Hello, I'm live. Here we are with another taste challenge. We have two mixto, silver mixto tequilas, and one is famous and one is not famous. And this one is Jose Cuervo, the number one selling tequila in the world. By the way, still family owned by the descendants of Jose Antonio Cuervo, Joseph Anthony Cuervo. Got this for $33.99 at Total Wine and More. This huge bottle, which will last me years. Sure, I ain't gonna drink it all in 1 year, or 2 years, or 3 years, or 4 years, or 5 years. Here's one that's not famous. This is called Tijuana. Tijuana. There's the Aztec bird. Tijuana Silver Tequila. Actually been on the market since 1966. Introduced in 1966. It says a distillate from the agave plant, a variety of the maguey, imported and bottled by Wide World Importers. You say, who's Wide World Importers? Never heard of them. Yeah, neither me. Frankfort, Kentucky. What's in Frankfort, Kentucky? Let's think for a minute. The state capital. Yeah. Kentucky State University. Yeah. Oh, Buffalo Trace. Yeah. We love to hear from our customers. Sazerac.com. Oh, well, what do you know? Introduced by Sazerac in 1966. There's the Aztec sundial. Okay, let me go in the Mexican flag colors, the tricolor. Let me go wash this off. So, got it cleaned off. Okay, I bought this liter bottle, 1 liter for $6.99 at Discount Depot. I guess they don't have any more left. They might. I've never seen it in my town where I live. I live in a small town. But I went to Marrero, which is, well, it's about the same size as this town, but it's across the river from New Orleans, so they get a lot more, stuff. NOM number 1143. That's number of origin Mexico, and this is NOM 1122, which is Cuervo. 1143 is Gonzalez and Gonzalez. I think another name for it is Maestri. I think that's the real name, Maestri, but the trade name is Gonzalez and Gonzalez. So you say mixto. What is a mixto? It's a tequila, but it's kind of like American blended whiskey that they use filler. It's allowed. It has to be at least 51% blue Weber blue agave, but the other 49% can be filler. Just like American blended whiskey or blended bourbon can be up to 49% non-bourbon. Doesn't have to be straight whiskey. Could be just unaged grain spirits. Well, it's like blended Scotch, blended Canadian whiskey. They're allowed to have filler. They're not required to have filler. They're allowed to have it. You see. So the Tijuana is much cheaper. It's going to be really inexpensive. But hey, that's the way it goes. Got a lot of comments here, and I'll be off of this Okay, got a pretty good amount poured. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough to make a difference. So the appearance is clear. So the appearance isn't going to make any kind of deciding impact. Okay, Butch Willie said that's a big bottle of tequila. It is, but it was cheaper to get it for $33.99. It's cheaper per ounce because it's like, well, why would I pay $23 for a regular bottle when I can get a significantly greater amount for just like $10 more? And the answer is I wouldn't do that. It's good. It's so good. I love it, says Daniel Sander. Tom says, what is best mixed with tequila? Well, you'd have to ask different people. Some people would say lime and others would say lemonade. He said, have you had, which Willie says, have you had Bandolero tequila? I've seen it at Vaughn's. I have 2 bottles. I haven't tried it. I didn't buy it at one of the Vaughn's affiliates. We have Albertsons 35 miles from here. Albertsons and Vaughn's, they're owned by the same company. But I bought it at a local, 18 miles east of here. It's called Star. Maybe 15 miles. Star on Louisiana Highway 49. They had Bandolero Gold and Bandolero Silver, gold and silver. So I bought regular bottles, $5.89 a bottle, $5.89. So yeah, I bought it. I mean, obviously for that, it's basically they're giving it away. I'm a big fan of Jose Cuervo, says Butch. A lot of people give it a hard time, but I'm not sure why. Because they're jealous, mostly. Sounds good, Butch. Good idea. Tom says thumbs up. You see, if it's a big brand and it's popular and it's the number one brand, it's going to take the hits. People are going to say, oh, that's garbage. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. Okay. That's why it's number one, because everybody hates it. Oops. And people take it the wrong way. Like if I say, oh, it's popular, so it's not trash, then they'll say, you're in their pocket. They're giving you money. Well, I wish they would give me money because I do a Jose Cuervo video about 3-4 times a week for the rest of my life. But no, they don't give me any money. They got political ideas that I think are trash, But what I'm saying is, I don't think they're number one because people drink it and they hate it. I don't think Jack Daniels is number one because people drink it and they hate it. I don't think people drink Johnny Walker Red Label and hate it. I don't think Crown Royal is number one because people drink it and hate it. I don't think Bacardi rum is number one because people drink it and hate it. I don't think Budweiser is number one in the world for beer because people drink it and hate it, so forth. So you could say, oh, it's all advertising. Really? I mean, I don't see that many Jose Cuervo commercials on television. I don't see internet ads, really. I see it at liquor stores everywhere I go. I see people drinking it. They seem to be enjoying it. So I don't have much experience with it. My limited experience has been mostly positive. I haven't been overwhelmed by it. Like I didn't sip it and say, oh, it's just so incredible. I can't get over it. I think it's remarkable in the sense that they've been continuously producing it since 1795, when you consider all the trouble Mexico has had over the years. So Tijuana, no one's going to pick on it because no one cares about it. Have you tried Modelo Sandia? I never heard of that. It says Tip. I never heard of that Tip, but I would try it. I guess it must be very new. I've had Modelo and Especial and the Negra and all the the Chilada variants. Okay, let's get to this. It's time to roll because I got to go watch college basketball. I was at a college baseball game today, watching my team get. Oh, the clear sky is here. Well, it would have been nice earlier. They had that cloud cap. It was cold when those clouds came in thick. It was cold. But now it's clear as a bell. Look at that. Amazing. It's going to be cold tonight, though. Second cold front. Going to be down to about 36 here. Probably be colder. Probably be about 34. But we were watching Southeastern Louisiana University baseball get whipped by University of Memphis. Memphis was beating them up, boy. My friend David, he does solo. I mean, I didn't drink that much, y'all. I'm serious. No, he does duo reviews with me, and he wanted to come up there. I had an extra ticket, free ticket, and he enjoyed it. I mean, we were watching, but they were just getting killed. These smaller colleges, when they try to play the big schools, they typically can't make it. I mean, you say, oh, what about Fairleigh Dickinson beat in college? I mean, you get upsets. Okay, you'll get that. Understand. Southeastern beat Memphis Saturday. Okay, so they beat them. I was there. But normally, you know, the normal situations, they're going to get beat 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, more like 9 out of 10. So, I mean, yeah, I respect them. They played a big team and they got killed. But last week they went on the road to Auburn. You figure if they win one game, it'd be almost a miracle. And they beat Auburn 2 out of 3, which does not happen often. And I thought, could this be the beginning of something? I didn't think it would be. I said they're probably going to get killed. And yeah, they did. Okay, anyway. It's like these things. Does Tijuana have a chance? It has a chance. I think it has a chance because I just think it's small. It's a small, low-profile brand, and I think it has probably a higher quality level than you would expect. I did some research on it. I mean, I did find some old ads for it from like the 1960s, late 60s, or early 70s. They were pretty inexpensively produced ads, if you want to look at it that way. But they did exist. There were some ads for Tijuana from Sazerac, and they would say, drink it. It's really good. Okay, so let's check it out. I did buy the gold also. Well, that'll be in a year, maybe less than a year. Okay. Yeah. It's got the vegetative thing going on the nose here. You know, the agave is like a succulent plant, so it's got the vegetative character. They have the filler, which could be sugar water, could be like grain, maybe Mexican corn. It doesn't matter as long as it's 51% blue agave, blue Weber agave distillate. Okay, so here I'm getting a little pepper, but there's not much happening. So it's like pepper and nothing. Spilled a little bit of it. Pepper and nothing else. So it's very bland in the nose. I'm thinking that's the Tijuana. It's a rail tequila, a bar tequila, what you call a well tequila. They're not going to promo it. If you go to a bar, they're not going to promo it. They're not going to say special. Get it now, Tijuana. You'd be like, what? They'll promote Jose Cuervo, but they might they might have a special for Tijuana, like happy hour, Tijuana tequila, 2 for whatever. Yeah, something like that. Like they do the Delacour brandy in the French Quarter, New Orleans French Quarter, big tourist area. They'll have Delacour on happy hour. It's a very inexpensive brandy, pretty good brandy too. But it's the same thing. You're not gonna see it featured. It's not a showcase product. So I think it's the Jose Cuervo here, just on the nose. It's so much richer. Now, $33. Let's see, $33.99. How does that translate down to 1,000? It's going to be a big difference. $33.99 divided by 1750 times 1,000. 1942. We'll go with that. So if this was the Cuervo, theoretically it would be 1942 for a liter. But try finding it for a liter for 1942. Yeah, call me because I'll go buy some. You're not going to find it for that. But theoretically, okay, 1942 versus $6.99 for a liter. I'm not seeing that big of a difference. Modelo Chelada watermelon. Oh, well, I've certainly not seen it. Roll Tide, yeah. What's up, says Brian. Oh, just doing a taste challenge. Vegetative character sounds interesting. I lived right above Tijuana once upon a time. Must have been in San Ysidro. Delacour is great, says Brian. It is a nice brandy, and I have a lot of it left, and I got a great deal on it. Okay, so now let's roll. Let's roll. I got to roll out of here. You get that vegetative thing, like I was saying, that intense and rich agave nectar, and you get black pepper, and there's like an overall smoothness across the board with this. That's three characteristics that are really positive. The negative comments notwithstanding, you know what I mean? No, I mean, no, not quite that close. Point Loma, San Diego. Oh, okay. I went to San Diego once, 2006, saw the Padres play at night. It was nice. Okay, so this has got to be the Tijuana. I'm going to call it now. It's Tijuana. Oh, no. Stop everything. Wait a minute. You telling me that's the Tijuana, but it's not the Tijuana? In other words, I thought it was. This is the Cuervo with its blandness. I can't believe that. I'm not going to believe it. But I was careful when I poured it, wasn't I? See, every time I get it wrong, I think I screwed up the pour. But that's dull, not bad. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't taste bad or like, oh, who could drink this? You have to be a real drunk alcoholic to drink. No, I don't believe that. It's just so bland. Let's go again. Can you get over it? You get water, a lot of water, and you get a shade of pepper or a scintilla of pepper. And agave, yeah, well, it's mostly just water. It's not a bad taste, but there's not much taste with it. How could that be Cuervo? And this one over here has got all this rich flavor. I don't believe it. Intense pepper, spice, kind of that I say like Mexican corn. I think maybe I don't know, does Cuervo use Mexican corn as their filler? Okay. No, not quite that. Okay. Ocean Beach is where I was. Always a possibility to redo. Always, haha. Yeah, yeah. So it's got me a little thrown. Hmm. Could a cheap product like Tijuana actually beat Cuervo? I don't believe it. I just don't see how it's possible. I'm not here to beat up on Tijuana. I'm not saying, oh, Tijuana, that's garbage. I'm not here to say that. I'm just thinking there's got to be a reason it's $6.99 a liter. Can't be that it's really that great. Okay, well, we're going to have to go some extra innings here to my detriment, more than likely physical, mental, psychological, spiritual, cognitive, analytical detriment. It is strange, though, come to think of it. When I did the Sazerac brands earlier meaning like 2021 and 2022, I really didn't get that Mexican corn flavor. It's like a cornmeal filler. It's almost like they're using cornmeal and they're distilling it and making corn spirits, which would be preparatory to bourbon, right? Because bourbon's made from corn. Even if you made it in Mexico to exact bourbon standards, it could not be called bourbon, even though it would essentially be bourbon. But it is odd. I don't recall getting that corn um, aspect before I did the Cuervo, though. Hmm. It's got to be Cuervo. It can't be that. I just can't fathom it. Mm-hmm. Tastes peppery. I like the peppery. You know that good agave when it's got that peppery note. You get that in a lot of the well, the mezcals you get that pepperiness, but you see the mezcals would be smoke, be like smoke. Oh, smokiness. So that's a thing there. You don't get that with the tequila. I mean, you could theoretically, but generally, no, you don't get that. Yeah, I just think this got to be the the Tijuana with the sugar. It's probably got a sugar water filler. Let's see. I'm saying sugar water, but like they sugar cane distillate. Burley Sullivan says clinking the mugs, clinking the mugs, clinking the mugs. I think I've had that Cuervo Silver and I liked it compared to others, says Tip. Yeah. Let me see if I can tell them apart just from smelling them. Yeah, it smells kind of water oriented. I'm not against water now. I drink water. I was drinking it at the game. We didn't, neither one of us bought beer at the game. I'm like $6 for these regular old beers. I could buy a whole 6 pack for that. I said, no way. My friend David said, me neither. I'm not buying it. We just didn't do it. We like to taste alcohol and stuff, but we're not like we gotta have it. No, I'm not picking up anything here. I got to do a second shot. I'll say a shot, but a sample because it got me too worried. It's got me too worried. I mean, it's got me really. I love this glass bottle. It's a beautiful bottle. It sounds like a wind chime. All right. This should do the trick. Oh, it's got the Mexican flag, the red, white, and green, but on the border it's red, gold, and green, or green, gold, and red. Huh. Interesting. Well, here we go on the last call. If I don't get it right this time, I'm just giving up. Uh, Cheers, Ron says, Dr. Frosty Brew. Cheers to you. Hector Lopez says, beers at sports events are really expensive. I live to, I live too close to Dodger Stadium. Oh, he must be voice texting. I live close to Dodger Stadium, so I go to bars close by when the games go on. Still drink hams? Well, we haven't gotten hams in Louisiana for years. They tried selling hams in 2017 and it bombed. I mean, it really bombed. But it's typical. They did nothing to promote it. So most of the consumers in Louisiana were like, what is hams? And they're never going to buy it. Like in Louisiana, they'll never buy it. Because in Louisiana, they drink Bud Light, Bud Light, Bud Light. I'm drinking my Bud Light because I'm cool. So they see hams on the shelf. No way. They're not touching it. It's a good beer. I like hams. I am favorable towards hams. I prefer the hams genuine draft. They changed to golden draft, but that's gone. But yeah, I mean, I was probably the only person in Louisiana bought hams. I think they had to dump it or ship it off to other states before it expired. I'm not joking about that. It was like a total fiasco. But leave it up to the distributor. Do nothing to promote it. Do no ads. Don't even do point of sale. Like putting the cardboard signs up at the store. So yeah, that was a mess. They probably would have done better selling ham special light. But really though, in Louisiana, people are not going to touch anything unless they're given a lot of information because they're so hooked on Bud Light and to a lesser extent Miller Lite and of course Coors Light. They're just not going to. They're not going to deviate. They will not deviate. I went to this game. They're drinking craft beer. What's the one craft beer they had? I'm not going to name Blank Common. It's called Blank Common, California Common style. $6 for a 12 ounce. I said to my friend David, I said, you think I would pay $6 for that can? He said, oh, no. I said, that stuff is common. I said, that's a great name for it because it is common. It's common. I said, I'd rather pay $6 for a pint can of Budweiser. I'm not saying Budweiser is better, but you're getting 4 extra ounces, and it's just as common as the common. So I don't understand craft breweries putting out all this regular stuff, and we're supposed to get excited about it. I can assure you, I do not get excited about regular old run-of-the-mill products that are priced 4 times as much as a regular beer. I'm looking at Rolling Rock. I'll drink that. All right. Here's the cut and dry of it right here. I don't know, man. I'm pretty worried right now. I got a lot of things to work out in my head right now. I mean, I did it twice. I poured Cuervo here. I poured Tijuana there. Cuervo here. Tijuana there. And I'm getting all the rich spiciness and the black pepper and the agave like succulent from the Tijuana. And I don't feel good about this because I don't think the Cuervo should be getting whipped by some little nondescript brand. It's got me really concerned. Now, what's coming up in a couple of days? Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Monday's always bad. Like the mamas and the papas said. Any other day of the week is fine. But no, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. It's an astounding taste challenge. I just drank them all night. No, I don't know what to say. No, I don't get it. I don't know, man. I'm gonna do Montezuma. That's from 1974. And they used to run a lot of ads back in the 70s and 80s when Barton owned it, but Barton got bought out. Sazerac, they don't run ads. They don't play with that. Why should they? They sell Pappy Van Winkle and Eagle Rare. All they got to do is put on the shelf. But be 20 people calling the store trying to get Eagle Rare. I gotta get my Eagle Rare. And that. So why should they advertise? But I don't know. It's a strange thing. Well, I guess if you at a local liquor, maybe in the worst part of town, you know what I mean? But if you I shouldn't say that. That's not right. But if you're at a local establishment and you see Tijuana, let me turn off the lights. I don't need them now. If you see Tijuana, I guess you better buy it because, woo, this was a strange taste challenge. All right, let's look at the comments because if the way you feel, I feel worse than that. Get this thing to clear up on this autofocus. Clear up, fool. All right. See what happens when you pay $30 for a high def. Okay. You should do Canadian. You should do Canadian lager versus American in Mexico. Well, Yes, that would be a good idea. But I do is Moosehead or Molson Canadian or um, Labatt that different from Miller High Life or Coors or Budweiser from Modelo Especial, Corona Extra, or Dos Equis? Yeah, they're all kind of. I think the Mexicans have the advantage because you get the Modelo Negra or the Dos Equis Ambar. Yeah, the American macros and the Canadian, they can't beat those. No, no way. You might have switched them wrong or labeled them wrong. No, I didn't label them wrong. Switch. Jose Cuervo has very neutral taste. So see, other people are saying it has a neutral flavor. My family buy it for mixing it. Hello, Jay says Bucks County. Oh, hello, Wayne. It's Wayne, y'all. Y'all better go watch Bucks County beer reviews. You best to go watch Bucks County beer reviews if you know what's good for you. All right, this is it. I'll give it one last chance, but I'm pretty upset. M. That's the main one. I put M for main. M meaning the main product, and then C is the competitor, right? So I'm doing Cuervo versus the competitors, and I did the El Toro. Then I did the new El Toro with natural flavors. Wasn't much difference there. Then I did the Tijuana, and I'm gonna do the Montezuma. Okay, competitor. I can't. This is too strong. Plus, I want to save it to do future taste challenge, but I got a lot left, But I mean, obviously, self destruction does not benefit the algorithm. Now, 3 out of 3. This. All right. Here we go. This is the end. This autofocus just gets so confused. You got to step back. Nice collection, huh? All right. I started that. It's funny because I started that collection in 1996, and I said one day they'll keep changing the labels, and I'll have this huge collection of bottles where they change the labels. I'm serious. I said that in 96, February 96. I said I'll just keep saving them, and then it'll change, and then I'll have a big collection I can show everybody. Look at this. Look how they change the labels. That Cuervo will have you dancing. I don't want to dance. I don't want to dance. I don't want to be in that dance. All right. All right. Last chance. Oh, yeah. That's it. It's done. Mm. No, I didn't make any mistakes. I didn't make any mistakes. No, I didn't make any mistakes. It's a shocking situation, really, because okay, well, yeah. All right, so the Juarez, Juarez, well, that's coming. Well, no, I only have the Juarez Gold. Never mind that. Oh, so the Tijuana has a richer flavor, a richer, more complex, more developed flavor. Who would have thought that? I certainly would not have. Well, I could have lost money on this challenge because if you'd have told me, I bet you're gonna, I would have said, I bet you $50, but I'd have lost. So, well, amazing. when I talked to Buffalo Trace on the phone 2 years ago, the guy told me, he said, no, those people that make our products for us, they're serious. Maestri. He said, I said, they're called Gonzalez and Gonzalez, right? He said, well, they're really called Maestri, but yeah, okay, Gonzalez and Gonzalez. Well, I don't keep up with these companies. He said, they do really good work. All their tequilas are great. And I was like, really? And you can sell them that cheap? So this is incredible. So Tijuana, well, whoever thought Mr. Joseph Cuervo would have gotten decimated, annihilated, swashbuckled, and otherwise killed by the Tijuana. I wouldn't have thought it. I would have bet, I'd have gone 100 to 1 odds. 100 to 1. But there it is. The pepperiness, the rich spice, well, it goes along with the pepperiness, but the agave, the like I say bell pepper, tastes like a bell pepper, and well, a stunning upset. This is bigger than Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson. Well, just goes to show you think you know liquor and you don't until you do the taste challenges. Well, cheers to you, Tijuana. I've never been to Tijuana. I have been to Tecate in that state, but golly gee, shocking. I'm sorry, Jose. You got a lot of work to do. Well, we'll see what happens with Montezuma, but the way I feel now, I don't have too much confidence. And I got Mezcal coming up. I got to get it together because I got Mezcal coming up, and that could really be treacherous. All right, let's see. Craziness. It's never done a Beta beer man here. What does that mean? Dean Ford said it's never done a Beta beer man here. I don't think that makes any sense. Sammy Hagar said hangovers with tequila aren't very bad. Would you agree with Sammy? Tom, I never had a hangover from tequila, so I would not know. I've just never drank a whole lot of tequila, neither me. So you got to talk to the real party people, They are bad. You need to try number one tequila. Uncle Jalapeno says you need to try number one tequila. Right. Cuervo smother. I never smothered Cuervo. All right, so well, we'll see what happens in a couple of days because this taste challenge is so very crazy. What should I buy? Buchanan's or Jameson? What's smother? What's smother? Olive Fire says Gobali Obla. Obladi Oblada. Oh, you talking about yeah. That is Ron's white brand. Total Wine in Baton Rouge has it. It says Uncle Jalapeno. I don't know what you're talking about. Buchanan's or Jameson? Smother. What is more smother? I'll say Buchanan's. Probably some kids snuck on their parents' computer. Says Olive Fire. Yeah, I think they did, and they got the password, but I think you're talking about Molly as a singer in the band. Yeah, well, he bought her a ring, and it's Obladi Oblada. All right. Yeah, I got blisters on my fingers.